What's up, guys? Brian with HappyThumbsGaming here, and guess what? We got our hands on LEGO DC Supervillains! That's right, early access was provided by Warner Brothers, so big shout out and thanks to them. This is actually going to be our first look, aka Level 1 New Kid on the Block story! And we wanted to cover a few things that we found out so far, and then kind of jump right into the gameplay. So first off, there are 200 gold bricks, 4 per level. There is 100 mini kits, and it turns out there are 20 levels, so that's according to our math, that's only 5 per level. Now, there are 30 graffiti sprays that are offered, 1 per level, which means that there's going to be probably 10 scattered throughout the free roam. Same would apply with the red bricks. We have 30 total, 1 in each of the story or free play levels, and then, of course, a few floating around in the free roam. Now, I wanted to point out that we do have a trophy achievement guide in the works. It will be on our website, HappyThumbsGaming.com, shortly, so please check that out as Tyler P is working hard right now. In fact, he's finally busted ahead of me after a slow download and is actually going to be providing lots of answers for both me and you guys. So shout out to Tyler P for that. That being said, we're going to go ahead and create our character. We do have a little bit of a rule where we can only upload 1 video before the actual release date on October 16th. So this is going to be it. And once our save data is all compiled and we're ready to rock and roll, we'll go ahead and keep on keeping on by jumping right into a cutscene and I guess seeing what's correctly-tin. So let's check it out.
Come in, Commissioner Gordon. We've had a report of a break-in at Wayne Tech. Reports of laughter and green gas. Sounds like a certain someone.
I'm already en route to Stryker's Island with our special suspect. Call in Detective Bullock. He can look into the break-in.
Sure thing, boss. Enjoy Metropolis.
It's always sunny in Metropolis. Talk about your right side of the tracks. But even this place isn't without its problems.
Oh.
Commissioner Gordon?
Officer, I'm expected. Is everything ready?
Sir. I mean, yes, sir.
Thank you, officer. Stay frosty.
Good day, sir. Frosty.
Normally, our precinct wouldn't ask for the help of someone with your reputation. But since you're the closest thing we have to an expert in these matters, I need to ask you what you make of this.
Ruh-roh, they got a file on us. This is actually really cool. It turns out this is us, and we get the ability to create our own character. Now, we already saw the character custom creator in a previous video that Warner Brothers had provided for us, but this is actually us creating our own character. So after I fumble through a few pages trying to figure out which way do I go, I ended up figuring out that I want to start with the old head. You know how it works. Head, shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes. That's pretty much what I do here. I sped this up ever so slightly, but I wanted to just kind of touch base on all of the areas. So first off, we've got head pieces, which, you know, you get a various amount of, you know, customization with like glasses, hairs, and things like that. So right now, I'm just kind of checking things out to see what's available. I wanted to make something kind of cool, but also rather goofy, as you know me. So I thought about, you know, let's go with a beard, but then I thought, you know, that's a little too Santa-esque. We're only in October. It's more Halloween theme. So I thought, you know, I'm looking rather dapper in this bow tie, so we'll go ahead and roll with that. Now, I didn't figure out that you could actually change the color of the item until a few more seconds down the road here. Awfully cute, a bow tie and a tutu to go with it, huh? All right, we're going to actually check out this lizard's tail. I thought this was going to be it, but then I find the wings. Now, the wings are... So, at first, it tells me I have to remove the dragon tail to do that. I got a little button happy and didn't do it. Now, these wings are legitness, pretty much. That's what the youth says. I don't know if that's actually being used correctly or not. But, you know, hairstyles, you know me, guys. If I don't let my... or if I let my hair grow out a little bit, I get that kind of... you know, Afro-esque kind of growth going there. So I figured, you know, Happy Thumbs better get it yellow. That was a little too orange, so we went back to the old soft yellow. And, you know, so, hey, you guys can go ahead and skip through about a minute and a half if you want to the video to actually see our final product. In fact, I might even throw a quick link down below in the video description. We'll have to wait and see. But theme here was I wanted to go with, like, you know, like the B movie. Yellow, black, yellow, black, yellow, black. Ooh, black and yellow. It's kind of what I was going for here. I definitely struggled to find a matching yellow color among the arms, well, my abs, I guess, and the pants. I got some pretty cool pants that I'm going to serve up here in a second. I finally chose the yellow that matched my hair, but I almost can't see my abs. But that's pretty realistic because I'm not rocking a six-pack under my t-shirt. I can guarantee you that. I was looking for some sort of awesome, like, you know, I thought it'd be cool if they had an actual stud. This is a missed opportunity here, game developers. We should have a Lego stud, and I should be able to make it purple, gold, silver. You know, that just kind of makes sense. But then I realized that realistically I was number one, so we'll go ahead and put that there. I know Tyler's going to laugh at me for that. I know he actually created a pretty cool one, too. I'm creating HTG Brian. Instead of going with HTG Tyler P, he went with the cheat code. So hopefully we'll get a shot on our Instagram or something of that. And he's also going to be capturing all of the cutscenes. And by the time he gets done with the game itself, he should have a video for us. And so you'll get to see his character in those cutscenes, right? Because we do get a trophy achievement called, like, I think it's like, they're in the cutscenes or something like that. So, all right, I'm getting pretty close to my finished product here. You know, if you guys really know me, I am not a fan of playing dress up, is what I would call this. Whenever I have to choose or get to choose options for characters, I usually just take the stock one. But because this was kind of a new experience and it's a Lego, I thought I'd kind of get outside my comfort zone and check it out. But, oh, to the glasses and all, that would be me. I guess I need to dye my hair yellow for that to be realistic. But check it out. We've got a full-on dossier on us. We get a trophy achievement and right back to the old cutscenes. Oh, come on. Say nice things about us, please.
The suspect was apprehended at a laboratory break-in. The lab belonged to an old colleague of yours, Mr. Luthor, Professor Ivo.
Professor Ivo? I still fail to see what a break-in has to do with me.
The good professor and you were mixed up with the Amazo project.
The android capable of stealing powers from superheroes.
If our suspect has acquired similar abilities, they have the potential to become a huge threat. Maybe if you cooperate and decide if they're a danger, we could see about knocking a couple of decades off your sentence.
Very well. I've no interest in yet another superpowered loser in the world. Who designed your costume?
This one doesn't say anything.
Commissioner, someone stole my donuts and my uniform and... Oh, wait. There they are.
What?
Hello, Mercy. Better late than never. Let's get out of here.
Oh.
This is the point we escape. Come on, rookie. You're with Lex Luthor now, the greatest ever criminal mastermind.
Are you sure about this?
If nothing else, Rookie will be excellent cannon fodder.
Let's jump right into the action. All right, you can see here we've got our custom HTG Brian Lego character, which I probably will do some customizing on later. Although this is kind of goofy and fun, it doesn't really represent me, not like it should. All right, so I'm actually bouncing around here. That desk right in the middle of the room needs to be destroyed. For whatever reason, it was not flashing on my screen when I got up close and personal to it, so I just jumped right over it and got to other business. Now, as it turns out, we're trying to get up top. That is basically our goal. We have to flip a few switches, turn a few of these things off, a couple of cannons pop out, and things get crazy. But after smashing everything in the room, I finally make it back to the middle and discover that it was that big giant desk that needs to be taken down. Now, there's a little bit of confusion going on here, at least for me anyway. There's all these guys like bouncing around. I can't really tell if they're good or bad, and I'm still trying to figure out what we are. Are we good or are we bad? I mean, I get it, it's Lego DC supervillains. You know, we've got, you know, characters with us who are known for being bad, but I'm still trying to figure out, like, are the bad guys really good in this story? Or are we really causing mischief? But we'll have to figure it out as we go along with the story here. And speaking of which, we actually destroyed that desk, rebuilt it up into a push-button switch, flipped that switch, and oh no, we've got some cannons popped out, which we kind of warned you about, but I wasn't really expecting them quite yet. And ooh, look at that, it's an acrobatic wall in the back. That indicates that one of our characters should have the ability, and oh, what's this? Oh, hey there. How you doing? Yep, that's me. Hello. And oh, that's you. Okay. So what this is doing is actually telling me that if I switch characters, this ability will be available to me. And look at that. I go ahead and get my baboing on all the way up top. And as per usual, you got to destroy these weird little transformer things that are powering up. Oh no, I fell. What's that step? It's a doze. Basically, you got to take out both of those. I guess there's some sort of generators, power sources of sorts. And we're going to go ahead and take both of them out. And once they are done we will go ahead and drop down below. And as it turns out, guess what? We also have the silver brick breaker ability. And we need it on that little, I don't know what that is. It's like some sort of a protector on that desk over to the right. Or it's actually a button. But it turns out we need to get our guy up there, and he's got some action here, but he doesn't really quite have the hops to get up there. So take out both of those cannons and rebuild the shrapnel into, oh, it's an air fan. So we'll go ahead and ride that up, Air Jordan style that is, and go ahead and destroy that silver brick stuffs and push the switch, which allows us access into this little hallway. Uh-oh, this is a little Resident Evil-esque if you ask me. Got to get through that hallway with all them laser beams. And I just go ahead and stroll right through, no big deal. And I think once you take this little apparatus out here, the computer, I think it actually stops them from, yeah, look at that. Oh, so if you're having trouble getting through them laser beams, go ahead and take out that computer. All right, we're outside now. We've got a chopper going by. Look out for that. And it looks like there's some sort of an air bridge that needs to be recreated here. So I guess they're all air bridges, right? Like, I guess some float on water and stuff too. I'm getting a little too technical for my own good here. But you need your silver brick breaker ability again to go ahead and reveal a grapple plug. And then we'll switch on over to Mercy. I believe that's her name. And go ahead and get your grapple on. And we got a nice little bridge to get across. And once we get over here, we get greeted. Oh, look at this nice little squad here. We'll go ahead and take all these guys out. Pew, pew, pew. And a little choo-choo-choo-choo. Cha-cha-cha-cha as well, too. And at the end of the hallway here, at the end of the bridge, we actually have an entrance into the building here, which is actually going to be where we need to go. So take out all bad guys. Oh, what is that? I got some sort of a security thing going on there. Mercy's got, oh, look at this. This is awesome. She can drop down on her belly and do some, I guess it's like some super snipage or something. We'll have to figure out a cool name for that. Or they'd probably assign a name for that. I'll just have to figure it out. But anyhow, I guess technically it's just laying prone. That just doesn't sound as cool as like what I think they would come up for it. Like, I don't know. We'll come up with something fun. All right, we got Solomon, Grundy, and Cheetah now available. And our big guy is capable of doing some ground pounds and taking out all the guys around, as well as that computer there, too, which gives us some, look at that, some buildable bricks. I thought we actually had a switch that we needed to push, but that's not quite yet. This is interesting, too. Watch this. You have to step on this with Solomon, and then you go ahead and tap it and lift up old Cheetah. Yep. Upsy daisy, and now we got to get our twirl on because there's a whole bunch of twirly pulls and all the way over to the grapples, which will get us up top, and we can actually take out that wall. You can see it's got a little extra shine to it, so cha-cha-cha-cha, take it on down and get on over to the far left side of this newly found room that we have here, but don't forget to collect them all. As it turns out, I actually got the true villain requirement for this, which was 200,000 studs. You know, there's a pretty good chance that we're probably going to have to buy the red bricks. We still haven't got that far yet. In our last Lego adventure, they were just kind of given to us once we found them, which was pretty sweet, but I don't feel like we're going to be that lucky 2 Lego games in a row. That being said, we got to stack up them chips, So we flipped that switch up top, which has revealed a new dark corridor down below. I tried to take my custom in there, but Brian is scared of the dark, so he cannot go in there. Well, I take that back. He goes in there, but he doesn't do much good. We actually need Mercy to go ahead and sneak in there, and as it turns out, she's got a flashlight. That is awfully handy. And once she destroys everything in the room, we've got some buildable bricks to go ahead and all the way up into, this is really weird. It's like a Lex Luthor lift pad. See, it's like, it gets me a little bit up there, but it gets me just enough that I can jump and glide with my super sweet boots. Not quite the old Heelys, but they'll do for now. And ooh, we got a little X-ray puzzle. This is fun. You guys remember these. You just got to get the power from one side to the other. And unfortunately, we've got kind of a narrow path of view here. But eventually, I will get this connected, or connect the dots, la la la. It's sort of a connect the dots puzzle, not quite the traditional one. But hey, oh, laser beam's gone. We're gonna go ahead and make our way down into this next room, which, oh, there's a whole bunch of switches. Looks like we need a big guy in the middle and a bunch of little guys all around it. But before taking off, let's go ahead and see what else is in this little room. I thought I might find, you know, some traces of a mini kit, or perhaps some cool, like, I don't know, something in the background, an Easter egg. And then I thought, okay, before I'm rolling out, I actually probably should check out the menu. We haven't done that yet. So let's go ahead and pop that open. You can see here, this is how we found out there's 5 mini kits per level, 1 character token, 1 red brick, and all. And it also shows us all of the abilities. Now, this is kind of a more of a recent addition to LEGO games, where they give us kind of a list of, you know, generally we always get the character selection list, but we don't always get the abilities that those characters offer, which it's pretty cool that they're doing that now. And after a quick peek at the old menu, we'll go ahead and dip into the old elevator and cue the elevator music. You guys notice my elevator music is always the same? I never intended to be, but it always comes out that way. I must have spent a lot of time in elevators listening to that tune at some point. Anyhow, we are in a rather fiery spot here. In fact, is that liquid hot magma? I do believe it is. And ooh, it's us. It's me. Hello. We'll go ahead and toggle over to our guy there. And what do we got here? We got to go ahead. And this is interesting. So this is some sort of like power generator, like a mutant creator or something. And look at that. We're acquiring superpowers. And basically, there's kind of this floating ball that goes around. It is eventually going to move over where my reticle is. You can see the yellow and white floating stars, which I'm pretty sure I could move around, but I wasn't really paying attention. So I just waited for that little icon to float and get inside my reticle. And then I pressed the button when indicated. Now look at that. We've got the laser beam, or the heat beam as they call it. It's not as fun to say heat, though. But we can go ahead and modify it too. So this is cool. It can come out my eyes, which is a little bit not cool. I don't like giving, you know, when somebody gives me that death glare, I feel like that's what's coming out as laser beam. So I'm going to go ahead and go for one of the hands, or in our case, both hands. So that's right. We've got double whammy. And yes, we are sure we want to continue the story. And it should be known, too, that we can come in and change our character and abilities to a certain extent at any time. So, yeah, I do believe we have to go to the character customizer to make that happen. But once we get there, we'll figure that out and let you know. Keep in mind, we're still the noobs. We just got our hands on this just ever so shortly ago. All right, so as it turns out, there are 2 spots that we need to flip switches on. The first one is going to be on the far right side, so we're going to make our way there. And this is where I got a little confused, too, because here we go. We got these guys attacking me, and I wasn't really sure who's good and who's bad. Like, I guess anybody who isn't part of our actual group is bad, and they're bad, okay? And, you know, one thing I found, too, that's going to be quite annoying is that if you get attacked, it's actually almost difficult to kind of do the old combo breaker. Like, if you notice, I'm going to get punched, and I try to punch back, but it takes a few punches from their side before I can actually gain any traction and knock their block off, so to speak. Now, speaking of knocking blocks off, I find it a little bit difficult to not only take out all the bad guys nearby, but also melt this gold gun before it takes me down. So I got a little bit further away and it didn't see me, which actually worked quite nicely. So if you're having troubles with that, when you get the opportunity to play this, go ahead and check that out. I'm saying that like I got like super early. It's only a couple of days, so hopefully you guys are watching this early. If not, maybe you already have it, and then I'm gonna sound like a complete maroon because I'm talking like I'm like from the past or something, which is kind of the case. Because if you're watching this now, it's the future, right? I don't know, I'm confusing myself, so let's just move along. We got the big guy, which was capable of ripping off the strong handle that we built from all of the bricks left over from that gold cannon. And now we've got the ability to go up the stairs, and we've got the first switch. Go ahead and flip it, and beep whoop, beep whoop. That's right, we've got some action happening here. Not quite sure. Ooh, it's dropping it like it's hot, because I guess it is. But we got another gold gun on the far left side, so we will make our way over yonder. Of course, we're gonna need our special character with the old heat ray to go ahead and melt it on down. In this case, I actually got pretty good aim, and I melt. Oh, nope, Cheetah, look out, Cheetah. That's not good. It's a little hot for you, I'm sure. Look at, she's kind of doing this weird dance. It's almost like she's doing the Thriller dance. So I finally decide to aim a little higher, and it works out better for all involved. As we make our way to the far left side of where that cannon used to be, we've got some more buildable bricks. We'll go ahead and get our on, which actually reveals another puzzle. It's a slider puzzle. These are always fun. It always takes me a second to see it, but once I see it, I seize it. Now, this is actually kind of cheating too, because the game tells you which piece to move. So if you move the wrong one, it will flash the one that you need to move. If you move the right one, it's going to give you studdage, and that kind of is a heads up that, hey, you're doing the right one, yay. And look at that. We'll go ahead and shift them all around. We've got a Striker's Island coin revealed with a whole bunch of studs, and you know me, got to get them all. We'll go ahead and collect those guys and add them to our list, and we're stacking up, but we've got a whole new area right after we use this elevator and go through this new cutscene. So actually, we got one more switch to flip up top here. Look at me just getting my pew-pew on, like I am just letting it loose with Lex. But flip the switch, and away we go.
Splendid work. Well done, team.
Okay, maybe now we'll get some answers.
Stop right there, Luthor.
Ah, Superman. I'm guessing a campfire is missing an overgrown Boy Scout.
And Stryker's prison kitchen is missing one bald-headed pot washer.
I chop the vegetables now.
Good for you. Now get back in your cell.
I think not, Superman. I believe you've met...
Metallo! He's too unstable to be outside that cell.
Unstable for you, perhaps. His kryptonite core doesn't bother me one bit.
Freedom!
Now to get off this rock.
You're not going anywhere.
You really think you can stop me?
No, but we can.
Oh, huh?
Booyah! Not so fast, bad guys.
Back off! Green's my thing!
Where's Batman?
Said he had to take care of an emergency.
Harley Quinn here, documenting another classic criminal caper. And now the star of this show, Mr. J!
Where is it?
We just stole some neato stuff, previously procured by Wayne Tech. Mr. J and I love a good rabbit, taken from all those suckers who are too honest to steal.
No, it's not here! It's not here!
Aw, come on, Puddin'. Say something funny for our viewers.
Oh, not now, Pumpkin. Can't you see I'm busy? Here, take this.
Ooh, pretty, whatever it is.
Nowhere to run, Joker.
Puddin', how about we get on the chopper?
Relax! He'll never hit us from way up there! Two with one shot. Not bad.
Say cheese, man!
What? Sounds like you're out of time, Bats.
All right, so as we gain control of our villains again, boy, that's just still so weird to say villains instead of heroes. But once we gain control, we've got a bunch of kappas trying to stop us. So go ahead and knock their block off so we can keep on keeping on. Now, there is kind of an old but maybe forgotten about ability here, and I certainly struggle with it, so you'll have to excuse the edit coming up and the wee bit of a brain fart that I experience here. But there are 4 henchmen locally up on this rooftop here that need to be recruited, and they're going to help us out with some action we got here. However, it took me a while to figure this out, so I had no problem obtaining these guys. So to recruit them, you simply get close enough to them and hit the icon indicated. For us, it was the old Swinkle button. Now, from here, you have to go and stand on that little icon where that halo is. So if you can see, I'm standing right on the edge of it. I'm not quite there, but it's telling me just press circle, right? So I'm pressing circle, but nothing's happening. So we'll go ahead and save us all some time and me a little humility by editing this part out, as I ran around for quite some time before I finally figured it out. I have to literally stand on that little post there. So stand right where the 4 of 4 halo is, and nope, not close enough. There we go. See, as I got on top of it, the circle icon popped up. And yep, so I'm still running around. So I guess this didn't really save much of my humility. And how cool is Harley Quinn's ground pound? I mean, am I being serious or not? I can't tell. Like, it's amazing. I'm being serious, for the record. All right, so we've got, here, I finally figured out, stand on it, tap it, and look at, there they go! And all of a sudden, they've got this, wait, boing! It's a super bouncer, and, ooh, a purple. And apparently, we've been eating too many cookies because we weighed so much, we pulled that giant box down and part of the scaffolding, which revealed a grapple plug. And now we can switch on over to Harley, and oh, that's pretty cool. Looks like she's, is it studs that she shoots off? That is pretty cool. I'm not exactly sure. We'll have to investigate that a wee bit more. And I was having a heck of a time actually getting the grapple plug attached here. So I was wrong. It is not Harley. It is Joker, in fact. So, see, look at that. I'm traditionally kind of like programmed to go to the female characters for the grappler, mainly because of Mrs. Incredible from the last game I was just playing. But that's a whole nother side story. But all right, over on the side here, we've got what I thought was going to be our first spray. So I'm assuming this is very similar to what the sprays will be like. But that did not count as our spray. It was more of like a cracked wall situation, and we've got a giant mallet that we can go ahead and bust through, but we had to X mark the spot first, you know what I'm saying? So, all right, and this one was a little different too. It's all about the timing here. And we'll get it right on the second one. That's right. Booyaka show. We'll knock this, I guess, up. That's weird. We slammed it down and it went up. And it even waited for a guy to get on. That was pretty cool. And up top, we got a whole bunch of, I guess, the competition. I haven't figured out if we're good or bad. You know, traditionally we are, or we would be bad, but traditionally we would be playing as the heroes doing good things. So we'll figure that out as we get further into the story. And we'll go ahead and get our spammage on and go ahead and rip all 4 of those grapple plugs out. And, oh, we've got some buildable bricks that turn into a cannon. Now we've got some kappas trying to stop us again, so we'll go ahead and give them the old cha-cha-cha-cha-cha. And, oh, but that's bananas. Did you see that? And I thought for sure that bat on the end of the balcony there was going to be maybe like 1 of 3 or 1 of 5 items needed for a mini kit, but I didn't get any notation of that. So I actually saw no traces of a mini kit in this level. Now, there are 5 available. We've just missed them or don't have the abilities to get them. And we will be back once Tyler P gets all that information for both you and me. Now, hey, quick shout out to Dougie Fresh, too. Doug's actually stepped up and helped us out with a little bit of due diligence as far as this goes. And who knows? He's been asking a lot of questions. I certainly wouldn't mind seeing some more guidage come from him. So who knows what the future holds. And if you're interested in writing guides or being a part of the team, go ahead and let us know on our social media, as a couple of you have been asking lately. And ooh, look at that, our first red brick sighting. Unfortunately, I do not know which brick that is, and I do not have my custom character available to go ahead and get it. Now, if I wanted to return in the free play after completing this, I probably could, which I probably could figure that out, but maybe Tyler's already done that. I'll have to ask him. But, all right, we are getting close to the end, and we're also getting close to that true villain stud requirement. You can see we've got some silver bricks here, which we know we've got, well, somebody's going to be able to bust that open. And, oh, gosh, I love that ground pound that she has riding that rocket. And lots of studdage popping out too. Here, hold this for me. Haha. Oh, he's a little weak in the knees there. He didn't last very long after holding our giant mallet. It's kind of like Thor's Mjolnir, right? Like, only Harley can wield. Only those who are worthy, I guess. Oh, and true villain. So we've got the stud requirement, which I would think would give us some sort of a trophy achievement. Usually the first one you get gives you a trophy, but this one didn't. However, it did give us a gold brick, or I guess we will collect it at the end of this level. So now we're down below. We've got some buildable bricks. Guess what? It's going to be our way up. And, oh, look at this. It's a little Jack in the Box. This was actually kind of fun. Got to give a shout out to the devs. Their creativity is always fun to experience firsthand. Look at that. Oh, so like, oh, I thought I was going to launch up and grab the ladder, kind of like a jump to climb type of thing, but no such luck. We actually splattered up on the top and brought that ladder up on down. I guess on down, not up on down. All right, last but not least, destroy that silver ladder, scaffolding, whatever it was, rebuild those bricks into this crazy tooth bouncing escape pod, and away we go!
Good thing they're too busy fighting those goofs. They don't got time to stop us, huh, Mr. J?
Hold it right there, you vile villains of villainy. Huh?
Who are you?
I am Ultraman, and these are my friends. The Justice Syndicate, Owlman, Superwoman, Grid, Johnny Quick, Power Ring, and Sea King.
There's something really familiar about these guys.
We're here to help.
Booyakashow! We're here to help. So that's for completing the first level, New Kid on the Block. Oh, free play is officially unlocked, as you can see there. Now, again, shout out to Warner Brothers for the early access that they provided us on LEGO DC Supervillains. Pretty sweet stuff, if I'm being honest. We did get that true villain stud requirement. It's weird that it's not showing it fully lit. No mini kits found in this video. And of course, moving right along, no character tokens. We found the red brick. We didn't collect it, though. No graffiti sprays either. But we will go ahead and collect a couple of gold bricks. One for getting the true villain and one for completing the story. And last but not least, let's go ahead and ring off a couple of unlocked characters. Now, this is just for completing the story. There is also a hidden character found in the level that we will come back and get in our free play. So be looking for that soon. But yeah, this has been quite the little journey so far, and I am super stoked to keep on keeping on and get these videos up. And I promise we will get these out as soon as we can. But, that's going to wrap it up for LEGO DC Supervillains Level 1 New Kid on the Block story. Check us out on social media. If you haven't already, check the Thumbie Must See video out. And if you are ever over at HappyThumbsGaming.com, there's lots of fun stuff there. So I suggest you check it out. All right, as always, until next time, see ya!